Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In the last video, I finished up the Pandemonium story for patch 6.0. So now I need to wait until 6.2 for there to be any story progress happening there. So, the only thing I have left majorly to record in 6.0 are the role quests. So there's about 5 role quests to do depending on my role. So let's see, we got tank, melee DPS, healer, physical range DPS, or magical range DPS. So let's see, melee is Lominsa. Range, physical range is Doma. Magical range is Ishgard. Tank is Gridania. And healer is Alamigo. Okie dokie, I guess I'm going to be saving Alamigo for last. Let's get through the DPS ones first then, shall we? So, melee DPS, Storm Clouds Brewing. No, I'm just wondering. No, I don't have anything that could take the XP. Ah, well. So, Storm Clouds Brewing. The Liminsian delegate would entreat your aid in dealing with a grave threat back home. Marishna, on behalf of Admiral Blofesween, I thank you for your many deeds in service to Limsa Lominsa. On behalf of my people, I thank you for your efforts in delivering the star from catastrophe. Unfortunately, we have received troubling tidings that beasts akin to those that plagued radz-at-han have been sighted on the Lenosian coast. Or the Notion. Potato to potato. The Admiral has mustered the Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat. Yet there is much we do not understand about our foe, and as such, your expertise in this area would be a great boon to us. Will you help? Won't be much of a hero if I refuse, would I? I will do all that I can. Excellent. The Admiral will be heartened to have your knowledge and martial prowess on our side, I am certain. Pray set sail for Limsa as soon as you are able. The Secretariat at Maelstrom Command will apprise you of the details upon your arrival. Okie dokie. And then... So, travel to the RP capital. Lovely. And then teleport to Aft Castle. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. I'm glad to finally be starting these. It's been a month or two since I recorded Pandemonium. And I haven't really done much in the game besides gear a few classes and level a few alts. So it's nice to be back in the story. Let's see, how is the RP Central? Not bad, but that's probably because all of the Americans are asleep. That feels like a bot name, but your gear says otherwise. Okie dokie, so I need to go to the Aft Castle. That took a while to teleport. Maelstrom Secretariat. I don't know how you pronounce that. Alright, hello. Why is it... Oh yeah, Ladies' Day. Our man in radz-at-han told us to expect you. I'll inform the Admiral of your arrival. Yeah, there's the sakura blossoms, because it's Little Ladies' Day event. Glad you could join us, Mariashna. I only wish it were under better circumstances. The grave news from the bounty has not escaped our ears. I can scarce begin to imagine the horrors you have witnessed there. Although you and the Scions have averted the final days, blasphemies continue to appear in certain regions, Vilbrand among them. I imagine she has different dialogue if you haven't completed the MSQ. Yeah, probably. Tell her what we know. The first report came a few days ago from one of our men patrolling Skull Valley. He spoke of a fearsome creature unlike any native to our shores. While we had our suspicions, it was only later that a connection to the final days was confirmed by a most unlikely source, the Sahagin. We've been treating their temper for some time now, and many have made a full recovery. Lovely, no more summoning Leviathan. Owing to this, some factions are eager to improve diplomatic relations with Limsa. It is one such faction that has provided the most comprehensive reports, in all their alarming detail. Al. They speak of a most dreadful sight, their spawn brothers transforming into horrific beasts before their very eyes. Indeed, it is far too similar to the incidents in radz-at-han to be mere coincidence. I'm a dog outside. Come on, buddy. Don't lie down. Okay, you've lied down. Right, if our assumptions are correct, the first and most formidable of the beasts, a blasphemy, as it was decided we would call them, prowls our waters as we speak. We may have been spared the final days, but so long as this abomination remains to harry us, we cannot truly say the storm has passed. You think Medion could have reversed that. Fortunately, there have been no sightings of the blasphemy within the city. Nevertheless, even, if we are to spare our people the horror that befell radz-at-han, the fiend must be dealt with, and quickly. Despite our investigative efforts, we remain very much in the dark as to the precise nature of the threat we face. Were we to recklessly dispatch large number of troops, we'd run the risk of having our men corrupted. You can well imagine the carnage that would ensue. Yeah. As such, Admiral Bluffersween has decided to keep those involved to a minimum and lead the investigation herself. Oh wow, the faction leaders actually do something. And I would have you at my side, what say you? I have no dialogue options for that. You have my thanks. We will depart at once to meet with our Sahagin allies and gather what knowledge we can, that we might devise a proper plan of attack. They are due to arrive at South Tide Gate soon. I'll go ahead and wait for you there. Alright, so teleport to Wineport? Aleport? It's one of the ports. Western Aleport. Alright. So the Sahagin. God, I am really rusty on recording. The Sahagin should have a report. As soon as it would like me to load into. Okie dokie. Right, go, electric horse. Fly me to the area. Skull Valley. So, right around where that lamp is. Where the torch is. Right, Mulwib, what we doing? It's well past our agreed upon meeting time, but the Sahagin are nowhere to be seen. They did not seem the sorts to break their word, this bodes ill. Let us leave the place to the guards and search Hearthstone for any sign of them. Wow, the city leader actually doing something. God, it's been like a full year assault for a while right now. Yep, and it's only continuing. Oh, hello. What is this thing? It's a Dagon. Noel is in danger. Quickly to his aid. Defeat the fell beast. I guess I'm not defeating that fell beast. Okie dokie. Noel. Fell beast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these things were called Dagons in the first. And ba-boom. And ba-boom. And ba-boom. Alright. We good, Noel? Or Null? Potato, potato. Psh, many thanks, Shorewalker. Pray tell, is my companion safe? Psh, the Admiral herself comes to our aid. Glad tidings indeed. You too have my boundless gratitude for saving my life. Let us quit this place before those beasts return. Aye, aye, Null. Aye, aye. I think that's how they were voiced in this game. Yeah, 5.5. Or 5.55. Psh, had the Admiral not come to her rescue when she did, I shudder to think of what would have happened. Psh, I am relieved to see the both of you safe. Everyone's still alive? Good. But not if we stay out here too long. Inside, quickly. Inside where? Oh, this music. Psh, thank you, my friends. Those ghastly beasts would have made short work of us had you not intervened. And yet, it brought me no joy to watch them die, for, unbelievable as it may sound, until a short time ago, they were none other than our very own spawn brothers. At first, we thought them merely cursed, but our talismans and magics availed us not. Aye, 'twas no curse even. 'Twas an evil like no other, innocent souls transformed against their will into unholy beasts called blasphemies. Blasphemies? Pray tell me more, or tell us more. That'd be your area of expertise, Marashna, unfortunately. So you see, when you're feeling very sad or very angry, you turn into a irreversible monster, and we have to put you down. Psh, turned into beast by the power of despair? This is horrifying indeed. Oh, poo-poo. Thus far, the phenomenon here in La Noscea has been limited to the Sahagin. Why is that? Psh, I cannot say. Yet I wonder if the crushing tide are involved in some way. I know naught of this crushing tide. Word of them has yet to reach you, I see. It all began when the Indigo Matriarch, the queen of our kind, was stricken with a grave malady. Oh, I don't like where this is going. Tragic as this was, there was one small solace. She was not fond of shore walkers, and so, deprived of her leadership, more my kind came to see the wisdom in making peace with Limsa Lominsa. There remain, of course, those who would oppose our cause. They formed the group they call the Crushing Tide. Even now, they seek to summon the Lord of the Whirl anew, and consign all finless ones into the briny deep. Really, you want to summon Leviathan? However, they lack the crystals necessary to do so. Denied the power they crave, they can do naught but gnash their teeth in desperation. And you suspect these feelings of helplessness are the cause of their transformations. Just so. Those of us spawn brothers who turned into those beasts had been fraternizing with the crushing tide. Despite our differences, we cannot abandon our kin to such a cruel fate. God, keeping this and going is just annoying. Yet we must be careful not to drive them to still deeper despair. Yes, we must consider this situation carefully, lest we bring destruction upon all our kind. Tell me this, are the crushing tide even now under Leviathan's thrall? If freed from their drowned state, might they not listen to reason? Were it only so simple, all but a few are long since cured. They walk this path of their own free will. In that case, they may yet be dissuaded from their present course. For the sake of our nascent alliance, we will do all we can to save your brethren. Fortunately, your most capable ally stands with us, for this woman has bested many a formidable foe, including Leviathan. Psh, the great Mariashta Grandini? In the flesh? Honoured am I to stand in your presence. Together we will weather the storm and usher in a new age of harmony, this I swear. There is much to be done. For now, let us return to our homes and prepare as best we can for the trials ahead. Should we discover aught of value, we'll be sure to share it with you. I ask that you do the same. Psh, indeed we shall. Until such time, I watch over my spawn bearers and pray let no more come through the change. I'm tempted to just not do that anymore. It was funny for the first quest, but now it's just... Return to Limsa. You know, you could have told me that. Let's see, safe from the danger for the moment you return with them. You must go back to Maelstrom Command and plot your next course of action. I wonder how many quests there are in this World Quest series. Let's see, After Castle. Okay, any more Sahagin that appear, I ain't doing that bloody accent. The Admiral told me everything. Thank the Navigator like you were there to dispatch those terrible beasts. Welcome back. Thanks to you and Noel, I now possess a proper understanding of the challenge we face. It is a daunting task that lies before us. We'll continue to cooperate with the Sahagin to learn all we can. Once we have located the blasphemy, I will have need of your strength. Till then, I ask that you remain at the ready. Clearly, the storm clouds have only begun to gather. Aha. Right then, next quest. So it's 18 minutes of video, or 18 minutes of quest. Let's see how long these take. It might be a two-parter. The Crushing Tide. The Secretariat has recent developments to share. Your timing could not be better. The Admiral has just this moment returned from the meeting with the Sahagin. I shall inform her of your arrival. I can check this on my phone real quick. If I have to do like 3 quests a video, then so be it. Ashna, I'm glad you're here. We have decided our next course of action. How have you? As you know, we face 2 distinct but interconnected challenges. The transformations occurring among the Sahagin may be one, but the blasphemy itself is the root of the problem. Thus far, those who succumb to the change have all been affiliated with the Crushing Tide, who continue to resist our diplomatic efforts. Were we to put a stop to the phenomenon, as well as address the grievances, we may yet have a chance of peace. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it is 3 quests. Oh, it is 6 quests. Okay. To that end, I would propose a double-pronged approach. On one front, we shall work in tandem with the Sahagin allies to redouble our patrols. Should the blasphemy surface, we will share this knowledge and move immediately to dispatch the threat. At the same time, we will pursue a dialogue with the Crushing Tide. We need to bring them back to the negotiating table, and then see what can be done to convince them to stand down. A key point will no doubt be the lingering issue of securing land for their spawning grounds. It is a discussion I intend to approach with an open mind. 'Twill be no easy task, but we succeeded with the kobolds, and I have faith that we'll succeed with the Sahagin as well, so long as we parley in good faith. I can only hope the Crushing Tide share that sentiment, or I doubt they will listen. You're wise to temper your expectations, but I would not abandon hope ere we try. At any rate, Noel has sent word that one Dao, a priest who styles himself as the leader of the Crushing Tide, has grudgingly agreed to hear us out. I will parley with him face to face at the Sospa spawning grounds. And would have you at my side if you do not object, that is. Oh sure, you know, I've killed like hundreds of the brethren, I've slain their god dozens of times. But I'll be there for the negotiation, why not? Excellent. In that case, pray join me at South Tide Gate again when you are ready. From here, or from there, we will go together. So let's see, checking the other quests, yeah, it's 6 apiece. So I have 30 quests to go through. Fun times. Fun times. And speak with Merlewib at South Tide Gate. Okie dokie. I wonder if I could have used the Ethernet shards to just teleport to Aleport. Since it is technically attached to here? I'll check that when I next go to Limsa. Let's see. Go Rathalos. To the Tide Gate. It's been a while since I've done these beast tribes. Yeah. Got the Orcasadora coming in about a month. Let's see. Millweb! How you doing, hon? All prepared, are you? Dao is not known for his patience. We must take care not to incur his ire. I was told he would be at spawning grounds upon our arrival, but it appears he has been delayed. Let us speak with the Sir Hagen here. Maybe one of them will be able to shed light on what may be keeping him. One more thing. I come here as a representative of Limsa Laminsa on a diplomatic mission. Should the talks deteriorate and things come to blows, I cannot be seen to bloody my hands. I trust, let you understand. Yes, you want me to do all the dirty work. And with that, let us be off. Melweb is now accompanying you. Keep her at your side and know when to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Melweb behind by entering a different area, putting too much distance between you, and speaking with her and selecting the option to part ways. If you wish to have Melweb accompany you again, return and speak with her at the original location. Okay. So let's see, where are we going? Would she say something if I brung her to the Beast Tribe quest area? I kind of want to know now. Melweb, be coming with me. Nope. Nothing. Nothing. Hi, Nov. Nope. Well, it was a hope. I could probably G-pose with Melweb. I can imagine people doing that with Amric. I imagine I need to go over there. Unless, no, they're on the they're on the previous quest. Yeah, 85. Right, belligerent Sahagin. Psh, what is this? Since when are filthy shorewalkers free to intrude upon our sacred spawning grounds? Pray forgive our intrusion. We seek an audience with Speaker Dao. Where might we find him? You will do no such thing, shorewalker. We have not forgotten what you did to Lord Leviathan. Begone! We don't get much out of this one. Let's try elsewhere. Okie dokie. Stoic Sahagin. Psh, why do you trespass in our domain, vile shorewalkers? We mean you no harm. We come only for a peaceful parley with your leader, Master Dao. Where might we find him? Psh, we desire no parley with the shorewalkers who would steal our home. Were it not for your insatiable selfishness, we Sahagin would grow and flourish. Your grievances are justified. That is why I would speak with Master Dao and work toward a peaceful solution. Psh, empty words from the thieving shorewalker, but so be it. Soon you shall learn the futility of your efforts. Master Dao is currently overseeing security at the spawning grounds. God, I messed up the S there. You will find him by the entrance, for mark my words, you will wish you hadn't. We shall see. I thank you for your aid. Alright, where are we going? Over there. You know, I really wish you mounted up when I go on a mount, but no. One of the things I miss from World of Warcraft. The people joining you would mount up. Alright, hi Dao. Shorewalkers in our spawning grounds. To what do I owe the displeasure? Speaker Dao, I presume. Our apologies for entering into your home unannounced. I am Merla Brofesween, Chief Admiral of Limsa Lominsa, and this is Marishta Grantini. She killed your god a bunch. We come seeking a parley, that we might strive for peace between our peoples. Parley, you say? Prolonging this conflict any further will only lead to needless suffering. The menace both of our peoples face is great indeed. If ever there was a time to set aside our differences and come together for the greater good, it is now. I invite you to join us at South Tidegate for formal negotiations. Shorewalkers and Sahagin coming together? What assurance do I have that you will not slit our gills the moment we set foot within your territory? And I am comfy in my chair again. I can offer naught but my word. We open our gates to you and invite you into our home as a show of respect. I do not trust you, Shorewalker. But let it never be said that Dao of the Crushing Tide was a coward. I accept your offer. Even. But attempt any treachery or subterfuge, and your people will drown in their own blood. Farewell, Master Dao. I look forward to a productive discussion. Let's return. I shall send word to Noel as well. I would have our Sahagin allies join us at the parley. Okay. I guess she's done accompanying me. Know this, Shorewalker. I come not because your words sway me, but to show my spawn brothers that Dao of the Crushing Tide is no coward. Okie dokie. So back to South Tidegate then. Is it cutscene time? It's cutscene time. This isn't voiced. Okay. Thank you for joining us here, Master Dao. Psh, the air here sickens me. Be brief. Aye, let's get straight to the heart of the matter. A common threat looms before us, one more powerful than any primal, with the potential to bring death without end to both Sahagin and Leminson alike. These circumstances call for swift and united action. You doubt our intentions, but I remind you that we have liberated many of your kin from Leviathan's enthrallment. They and countless other Sahagin have joined us, but of their own free will, that we may ensure the survival of both our peoples. Psh, aye, by their deeds have the Leminsons proven themselves worthy of our trust. Master Dao, you and your crushing tide want only to secure a future for your people. I say to you, this can only be done by confronting this threat together. Psh, threats. Threats! What is this threat you speak of? If it is unity you crave, then submit yourself to our command. Be as the Serpent Reavers. They are the only shore walkers I deign to call friend. You would ask us to willingly surrender ourselves to your Lord of the World. I do, for that, and that alone, will ensure peace between us. Preposterous! You propose not alliance, but servitude. This way lies nothing but death for all Sahagin. Do you hear this, my spawn brothers? The shore walkers have stolen this one's mind. He decries Lord Leviathan, and espouses the lunacy of our sworn foes. These treacherous wretches have abandoned our god, and conspire to drive we faithful from our ancestral home. We cannot, we must not, let it stand. Shh, for shame, forsaken by our spawn brothers. They side with the finless ones and blaspheme our Lord Leviathan. Uh-oh. They who steal our spawning grounds and slaughter our children. Our future. Our future! And blasphemies. Psh! Behold! Behold this blessing! Lord Leviathan grants us greater and greater strength. You would call this a blessing? Psh! Such horrors! Flee! Flee for your lives! Oh, don't you guys turn. The beasts make for Aleport. I leave this place to you. Where's that third guy? Psh! Splendid. Splendid! Let all our spawn brothers be blessed with such power. Oh no. So how is that a blessing? I mean, I get that it bumps you up from level 50 to level 86. But I wouldn't see that as a blessing. If anything, you've bought a level boost. There we go. Psh, this is the second time you've saved my life, Shorewalker. My gratitude is as boundless as the sea. But what of the Admiral? We must go to her aid. Okie dokie. Go, Scree! Over there. Oh, no. What a horrific sight. I was too late. I am sorry. Psh, there is no need for apologies. You're not responsible for my people's plight. But what I cannot fathom is Dao's response. How pleased he was to see his brothers become slavering beasts. The fool believes it a blessing from Leviathan himself. Any hope for a peaceable solution will be lost should Dao and his crushing tide manage to wield these transformations as a weapon against us. I shudder at the very thought. And yet, the true threat, the blasphemy, is still out there, yes? Just so. The first ones to transform are those who have fallen into the deepest depths of despair. The more painful the anguish, the more fearsome and formidable they become in their bestial forms, and the greater their influence over others. Psh, we can scarcely hope to stand against a legion of such foes. Would that there were more my people could do to help. I will have the Maelstrom patrol the seas for the blasphemy, that we might slay it with all due haste. But this may well amount to naught. If the blasphemy too was born from a Sahagin, it could be sheltering in the depths beyond the reach of our ships. In that case, pray allow my spawn brothers and I to serve as your eyes beneath the sea. Thank you, Noel. For through our efforts combined, we might yet weather this threat. Hang on, don't we have access to submarines? As for your brothers who gave their lives today for our cause, I shall see that they are returned home to be laid to rest as they deserve. You have my gratitude, Admiral. And with that we should return as well. There is much work to be done, and would see it done quickly. I must take my fallen brother home. Yeah, wasn't he the one I saved in the previous quest? I think so. Oof, that is not a good way to go. Uh-huh. So yeah, it is about 20 minutes of quest. A Windrunner, I am so sorry for you. Hey, let's see. Yeah, it doesn't take me to Aleport. Well, it was a hope. Uh-huh. So it's 2 hours a... 2 hours a role quest. Huh. Alright. So that's another 10 hours of story. And then whatever the new one is 6.1 is. Oh, you've returned. The Admiral was just briefing me on the events at the spawning grounds. Yep. I gotta see if I can shut this door. There we go. Good to hear things outside. Right, Melwhip. Ah, Marish, now I was just sharing our findings. So you see, the danger is exactly as the Sahagin described. While Dao and his ilk have no means of forcibly triggering the phenomenon at present, it is plain they intend to seek one out. Redouble our patrols offshore, and inform me at the first sight of anything out of the ordinary. It shall be done, Admiral. I worry that we may be stretching ourselves too thin. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I will recall our forces from Garlemald. Yet I would reserve that as a last resort. For now, I must get to work securing reinforcements. I ask that you remain close by. We may have need of your strength all too soon. You say that. Okie dokie, quest 3 of 6. Old heroes never die. The Secretariat appears to have been waiting for you. The Admiral left a message for you, and the news is not good. It appears that a Lamentian merchant ship was assailed by a Sahagin raiding party affiliated with the Crushing Tide. To further complicate matters, the vessel in question was carrying a shipment of crystals supplied to us by the kobolds of Orgrimmar. Oh no. The Admiral suspects that Dow means to use the plundered crystals to summon Leviathan. She has gone to meet with Noel, that we and our Sahagin allies might take swift action. She bids you join her immediately. Should the worst come to the worst, your experience in combating primals may prove essential. Pray make for the South Tide Gate and rendezvous with Admiral Bluffersween at once. Okie dokie. Am I going to have a solo duty with a primal? I hope not. Leviathan's annoying. I say that after farming his bloody mountain blue mage skill a bunch. So, back to where we always go. If a little left. Okay. Well, I can go through here. I've never done that before. I don't know why. Null of the Calming Seas, you have a title this time. Psh, it is good to see you safe, friend. Are there going to be any more beast tribes in the... in the other role quests? There might be an Amazon in the Far East. Ah, yes. Thank you for coming, Marashna. The situation is grim. The Crushing Tide plundered one of our trading ships and seized a goodly stash of Orgrimmar crystals. For the aim is clear, it appears they yet lack the quantity needed to perform the summoning. Dow longs for the days when every Sahagin cried out for Lord Leviathan's deliverance, and will stop at nothing to see them return. I cannot fathom what the Crushing Tide are thinking. What satisfaction, what happiness can be found in giving over their hearts and minds to a false god? And so we must thwart their designs, lest the bonds we have forged be forever broken. By the same token, we cannot ignore the blasphemy, nor the transformations its presence may bring about. A battle on two fronts, neither of which we can commit to at the expense of the other. As we sail into the eye of the storm, I would hear your counsel. What course of action would you propose? Sounds like a job for the Company of Heroes. Oh, that's going all the way back to ARR. Company of Heroes? The Company of Heroes, and that's a name I have not heard in some time. 'Tis true they answered the call many a time. Indeed, other than you and yours, there are arguably none better suited to the task of primal slaying. But they disbanded over 5 years ago, and neither hide nor hair have been seen of their commander since. Aye, absent their leader, I suspect they will be reluctant to join our cause. And yet, I can think of no better choice, or no better option. I'll contact Weiskit, and I can't say that bloody name, the erstwhile commander's right-hand man, and see if he will not hear us out. I will ask him to meet us at the Drowning Wench. Let us hope he is receptive to our offer. Now, might I trust you and your brothers to continue to search for the blasphemy in the meantime? Psh, but of course, Admiral, should we discover anything, you will be the first to know. Teleport back to Limsa Mensa. I didn't expect so many teleports. So what would have happened if I used the other options? I will reach out to, yep. Worry not, my spawn brothers and I will keep our eyes on the Crushing Tide in the meantime. Okay. So another teleport to the Aft Castle one. Okay. Yeah, I think after this quest I might need to cut the video here unless I want to record for 2 hours straight. I'd rather not. Sally Whitemane, oh, I am so sorry for your name as well. Yeah, I think the Americans are waking up. So, into the pub then. Or over here. Yeah, destination. Right, waiting. Waiting while watching the cherry blossoms fall from the sky. My apologies for the delay. You're alone? So please fell on deaf ears. And here I swore 5 years ago that I was done playing hero. What a way to bring back an ARR story. Hey, you're the guy in the... warrior? Not the warrior. God, this is really going back to previous questlines, isn't it? Could someone explain what this is all about? Believe it or not, I am a respectable man with respectable obligations these days. Take that pole arm out your arsehole, friend, and stop pretending you're not a murderous bastard at heart. Wash that wicked tongue of yours, Uod, lest I skewer it and prove you right. Oh, you know you could castrate him. Stop him being a nun. Nothing like a reunion with dear companions over a bottle of the Wrench's finest vintage. That is why we're here, right? Psh, oh. Long time no eye catch, Uplanders. Brave flocks is tummy tickled to see gobby friends again. Thank you for assembling on such short notice. Okay, so let's see if I remember where these guys were. You were part of the Marauder questline. You're chilling in no, not South Gridania, South Shroud, and we're briefly involved in the Scholar questline, I think. Right, you're the nun with all the ladies from South Fanalan. You're the blind wine guy. And I had to get a Nelly Fort. Is it deceased? No, not deceased. Distinct? No. It's on the tip of my tongue. Extinct. So I found a Fort Extinct wine grape on a Gobu's back for you to get a bowl of wine to fight Leviathan. No, not Leviathan, to fight Titan. And you, I had to do a dungeon for you to get some cheese to help fight Titan. And then I think you appeared in Idleshire with the Alexander questline. It really is going back to previous swings, isn't it? Also, they were the company of heroes who fought Titan and Leviathan back in 1.0. Spare us the pleasantries, Admiral. Why are we here? I make a simple request. Reform the company of heroes and lend Limsol Minster your strength. You've a reason, I'm sure. I would hear it. Well, you see, we've got a blasphemy, and we are at primal summoning, so we can't exactly fight two at once. So there you have it, a terrible fiend known as a blasphemy prowls our seas, transforming the Sahagin into ravening beasts. At the same time, the Sahagin themselves, specifically a hostile faction calling themselves the Crushing Tide, had declared their intention to summon Leviathan anew. Should they succeed, we would be hard-pressed to deal with the primal while still dealing with the other threats. A right pickle indeed. But the answer is no. The commander disbanded the company, and as his first mate, it's not my place to gainsay his final order. Salt that, I say! Have you forgotten our company's creed? The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. Are the people now in danger not the same men and women we fought to defend years ago? The commander would not have turned his back on them. And neither should we. Bold words, Landnell, but do you truly believe we can honour them as we are? All the mercenaries past their prime, lacking the commander whose wisdom and prowess saw them to glory once upon a time? Ah yes, your commander. What, do you know where he is? What if Mary Ashner here were to lead you in his stead? Surely you would not question her abilities. What? An intriguing proposition. I, for one, would not be averse to serving under such a decorated hero. Psh, Gobby friend has goodly head for fighty think, and goodly arms for thinky fight. As ringing an endorsement as any, but I would hear it from the woman herself. Do you believe you are capable of leading a company of heroes into battle? Better battle than a banquet. If you've the stones to follow me. Anyway, what about the banquet? Still nursing that grudge, are we? Yes. Aye, I suppose we still owe you a dozen favours. If you're willing to lead, we'll follow. Yeah, I had to get wine, I had to get cheese, I had to get other things from a bloody banquet in Costa del Sol. Well, I was supposed to be the guest for. You guys owe me big time still. DragonofEternity does not forget grudges. I'm like a fucking Tonberry. 5 years to the day. Truth be told, I was enjoying the more leisurely life, but when duty calls... Wait, before we proceed, I must ask, have we no way of reaching out to the commander? Forgotten how he took his leave, have we? Up and vanishing so we could each find our own way apart from him and the company. I doubt we'll see him again, much as I wish we could. To the matter at hand, the missions you will undertake. First, you are to aid us tracking down the blasphemy that roams the sea. Second, you must prevent the crushing tide from summoning Leviathan at all costs. Oh, is that all? And here I thought we might get our feet wet with a real challenge. But in all seriousness, we should take care to decide who attends to what. I was going to say, one of you is blind. Sounds like a job for our acting commander. I'm sure she'll give it all due consideration. Okay, might as well talk to these guys. Wisecat may be skeptical, but I for one have little doubt you will prove worthy commander for the company of heroes. Brayflocks happily gives hand-lending to Uplander. The others may gripe and groan, but not me. I'll be the first to admit I've missed the action. Don't think twice before assigning me to the same group. Please think twice before assigning me to the same group as Landonal. I don't know what's worse, his tendency to wave his lance in people's faces, or all that shouting and blustering he engages in while doing so. You change lance for a different word, and that is a very different sentence. Have we finished with all the logistical nonsense? I am eager for a taste of the old violence. You know the flavour. Yes, blood. So if I understand this correctly, we're to bring down the so-called blasphemy. Of course, to do that, we'll need to find the damn thing first. We've also got to prevent the crushing tide from summoning their god Leviathan, a tall order in and of itself. As acting commander, it's your job to decide who will be doing what based on the skills we have to offer. I'd recommend that you start by having a chat with each of us, that you might develop a sense of the strengths and weaknesses, mostly strengths, of course, of the storied veterans under your command. Oh no. Can I get a guide for this? Come on, phone load, please. My specialty, you ask? Why, impaling fiends with this lance of mine. Of course, the stronger the foe, the better. None are a match for me. It would be folly to waste my talents on dealing with those slippery fishmen. Set me against a so-called blasphemy, and I'll have the thing on a skewer before you can say Merle or Blosefween. Alright. You're with me then. A wise choice. Send Landon after Saga, and he's like to help them summon Leviathan to sate his bloodlust. So I made the right choice there. You don't want to be in the same team as him. I will speak plain, I am not some battle-crazed barbarian like Landonel. As none of the you, a tribe of peerless hunters, I conduct my affairs with discipline and prudence. As such, I know better than any that to rush headlong into battle is rarely the best course of action. Far wiser it is to observe from afar and proceed with caution. Alright, so you're preventing the primal summoning. Very astute, if I do say so myself. There are few better suited to the task of averting needless bloodshed than the famously circumspect Odunun. Is that from, dealing with all the women in his tribe? Right, you're blind, so you can't fight. As you well know, my vision is somewhat lacking these days. But I can still defend myself when necessary, but I'd rather it not come to that. My condition always leaves me rather unsuited to scouting and searching. It wasn't always the case, but such is life. On the other hand, I'd like to think I've gone quite good at sounding out the intentions of others during negotiations and the like. Alright, you're preventing the primal summoning. You have a keen sense for these things, I see. More so than reconnaissance or battle, Shamani has a knack for working behind the scenes to see the company's goals achieved. Woo, so I'm 3 out of 3 so far. Brayflox, master, remaker of Illuminati treasures, offers much hand-lending with ingenuity. Far-seeing spyglass sees far into ocean deep. Crackfires go boom and blast beasts into bitty bits, bitty pieces even. I don't know. Can I take a look at the wiki real quick? I guess the bombs would be useful for the blasphemy. Oh yeah, pursuing and slaying the blasphemy, technically with the eyeglass. Right? I want to say this? A logical choice if I do say so myself. Brayflox's mastery of tools and armaments are sure to avail you in tracking and felling that beast. Whew. Alright, 4 for 4. It would seem everyone has their assignments except for you. And I dare say the choices you've made are nigh impeccable. If I didn't know better, I'd think you'd been leading us for years. I didn't even have to check the answers for that. That is fantastic. I didn't have time to bloody look up the answers. And with that, it's time we got to work. I have procured link pearls for one and all, that we might keep each other apprised of our progress. You may pick them up from Maelstrom Command, which is probably where we'll end the quest. We'd best be off then. Should we have need to regroup or reconsider our strategy, call for us. Will do. I will return to command and share these developments here with the Secretariat and our Sahagin friends. Do join me if you can, Commander Mariashna. Yep, that's a turn in. Okay, so yeah, I'm definitely going to be ending the video after that. So it's a solid 2 hours each role quest if you read all the dialogue. So I have 9 hours of recording to go. Oh boy. Will my voice hold out that long? Who knows? Why are you here? Admiral Blowsforth Sween has tasked me with overseeing communications between you and the company of heroes. First, you'll be needing a link pearl. Pray speak with the Secretariat. I've just finished briefing the Secretariat. She has something you should find useful. Marisha, the Admiral has apprised me of the situation in full. Furnish Marisha with a pink pearl with a link pearl, yes? Of course, Admiral. It would seem the company is trying to reach us. Oh there, Commander. Just give the word and I'll come running. Lower your goddamn voice, will you? Watch your tongue or I'll track you down and rip yours out. You should really be threatening the guy's dick. Come on, he can't be a nun if he doesn't have his dick. He'd be a tear. They sound more like mortal enemies than old companions. That's where Marisha comes in. I'm trusting you to whip them back into shape. Make them a force to be reckoned with. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? I will have the Secretariat contact you if there are any developments. I would convey them to the entire company by link pearl, but we cannot afford anyone taking reckless action. In the meantime, I'll reach out to Null and see what he has gleaned about the Crushing Tide and their hideout. Let us hope for good tidings, Commander. Old heroes never die. Alright, so now I'm halfway through the Melee Job Role Quest. Job Role Quest? The Melee Role Quest, I should say. A Mother's Suffering. That's a quest name. Uh-huh. I think with that I'm gonna end this video here, because I don't want this video to be 2 hours long. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. So, this has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. In this video, I went through the first 3 quests of the Melee Role Quest. Yeah, the Melee Role Quest. So, there's an issue with a group of Free Sahagin wanting to summon Leviathan again. And there's the blasphemy in the area. So now we've got help from their group of retired people. Woo. So next time, I guess I'll be taking on that 4th quest, and hopefully the 5th and 6th quest as well. So yeah, the Mother's Suffering. That sounds fun. Well, not fun, but you know what I mean. It sounds like it's going to be an interesting quest. So, with that planned out, viewers, with my rambling hopefully now finally done, until next time.